Hi, Mrs. Spencer here. I am talking about Chapter 5, Lesson 3, Substitution, and looking at doing Example 2 and Example 4, and going to save Example 3 for in class. So Example 2, I'm looking at these two equations, and neither one of them are super easy, but I think I'm going to use the first equation to solve for y. Negative 2x minus y equals a negative 9. Well, I have to get y by itself. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2x to both sides of the equation. And when I do that, those will cancel out, and I will be left with this negative y equals 2x minus 9. But I'm not done, because that negative in front of the y means there's a negative 1 in front of there. So that means we need to divide every term on both sides of the equation by a negative 1. Negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. Which means we're going to flip the sign for each of these. So that y equals, and this is going to be minus 2x, and then a negative divided by negative is a positive, so that is positive 9. Now this is what y is equal to. So now I'm going to take my other equation. I'll do it in a different color, pink. 5x minus 2 times a negative 2x plus 9 equals 18. So I've taken that value and I've plugged it in right there for y, because that's what y is equal to. And I'm going to distribute. So you should start seeing a pattern here. 5x, negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4x. Negative 2 times a positive 9, well, negative times positive is negative, and 2 times 9 is 18, and this is equal to 18. All right, we're going to combine like terms, so these are added together. 5 plus 4 is 9, so that means there are 9x, and I'm going to add 18 to both sides of the equation. So these are going to cancel, cancel. And now I have 9x is equal to 18 plus 18 is 36. 9x, 9 times x. So now I'm going to divide by 9, and x will equal 36 divided by 9 is 4. So we have our value for x. All right, let's go back and look at our steps. We substituted, we solved the equation. Now we're going to do step 4, plug back in to find the other variable, because we have to figure out what y is. I'm going to use that equation I already had. I'm going to do it in purple. Y is equal to a negative 2, and now that goes right there, times 4 plus 9. That's y equals a negative 8 plus 9. Negative 8 plus 9 is the same as 9 minus 8, which is 1. So y is equal to 1. The solution to this system of equations is x is 4 and y is 1, and that is an example of one solution. The other one was 7 and 6. Now this one is 4 and 1. Let's do example 4, because I think that one's a little bit different. All right, what's the easiest way to do this one? Well, I'm looking at this right here. That y is just glaring at me, because if I take that second equation, negative x plus y is equal to 3, and I add x to both sides to move that over to the other side, I'm left with y is equal to x plus 3. All right, on all of these examples we solve for y, but you don't have to. You could solve for x. It's okay. And we're going to take this right here, and we're going to plug it into the equation for y right there. So negative 3x plus 3 times x minus 3 equals 4. Distribute. Negative 3x plus 3x. 3 times negative 3 is, that's a positive times a negative, that's negative. 3 times 3 is 9 equals 4. This is 0. Negative 3 plus positive 3, well, that's 0. And now I have minus 9 equals 4. So here's what this is saying. This is saying minus 9 equals 4, and they don't equal. So that is not true, and this is an example of no solution. What does it mean if there's no solution? Here's what it means. It means that we have parallel lines. We must have parallel lines because if we have, these must be parallel. If I solved for y and put it in y equals mx plus b format, I would have the same slope. So these must be parallel lines to have no solution. And that is example 2 and example 4.